Hello, hello. Yep, there it is. Hello again, everybody. It's Guy with Old Timer Make Acres here on Keno City. We're back to mining. Did a little bit of work this morning. I went ahead and I found out I could only turn the productions down to. I could only turn them down to 50%, but I figure that will work. It at least cuts it in half because it was just producing way too fast. We don't need that. I mean, I appreciate the map maker giving us some serious speed on our production, but yeah, we need to just go ahead, take our time, and get it all going. All right. So now we got that filled up with diesel. As you can see, I got me a fuel truck. Now let's get up there and start hauling some more. We got to get some of that pay dirt down here. I also need to think about what I want to do. You know, am I going to want to go into town to sleep, or do I want to put me a little cabin or something up here? I hadn't even thought about it yet. But we're sitting here going, gonna have to sleep at some point. And now that Realistic Gaming Crew, now they've released it Yukon Backcountry 16X, I'm thinking about starting a little playthrough on there and stuff. It's gonna be one where we're gonna have like the small trammel, little gold room, little bit of property, some smaller equipment, and we're just going to kind of work our way up and build ourselves a gold and oil empire. Of course, he's also got coal on the map, so yeah, we can just have ourselves a really good time. So I am thinking about doing that map. Plus, that uses terraforming, so it's not like here where we're digging pay dirt out of a big old pile. It's already been done for us. We actually have to dig it out of the grounds ourselves. So, that should be good right there. All right, let's get busy. See what I can do about cleaning up some of this here. Gonna take us a minute or so, but yeah, I kind of want to get this cleaned up. And we're full, all right. Yeah, kind of make room for the truck so we can bring the truck in and turn it around here without having to go up on the side of a cliff. Whoa, don't tip over the truck. Wonder how this will work from in here. Let's try this and see how this works out for us. All right, that looks good. Yeah, we did a really good job right there, so that works. All right. Bring her on back and oh, excuse me there. Save on her diesel. Get in here and get the pay dirt moving. I just I realized that we got a really good trommel there, so or the wash plant really, so but yeah, putting the pay dirt in and having it come popping straight out as concentrate, just nah, I want it to take a little bit longer. And I'm thinking about getting us a forklift. For moving the pallets around over here. I mean, I've got my auto load, yeah, I know. But I'd kind of like to use a forklift. I don't use a forklift very often. I really need to practice and get used to one. I could use tree processors, I could use excavators. But for some reason, using forks, whether it's on a forklift or a tractor, just, I don't know, it gets me. I do got to keep an eye on tailings. Because once the tailings get so high, they stop production. So They're not worth a whole lot, but we can get rid of some of them. I mean, it's a drive to get rid of them, but it's something we've got to do. But right now, it's just going to be a whole bunch of hauling ore. I kind of wish I had larger capacities, which I can do, but it just gets a little bit ridiculous at that point. So we're just going to run it. What I'll do is I'll go ahead, I'll put it in a time lapse, me running down, and then once we start popping stuff out and have to start moving things around, we'll come back and we'll slow it all down and we'll get that done. But here it's going to be a lot of driving back and forth, loading it up, and yeah, we'll just put that in a little time lapse and keep her going that way. Now see here on this turnaround, right now, we head up the side of the hill here, and then we have to go really sharp coming downhill. Not always the safest avenue. Talk about jumping out of the cab. Now that makes me think of Microsoft every time. Volvo Copilot. Okay. Don't scare me like that. So we'll get this going and we will be back as soon as we get some concentrate. Right. We're going to take that concentrate and move it. For some reason, it came out in a pallet last episode. This episode is coming out in buckets, so not sure what's going on. I'm going to go look at my settings here in a minute, see if I changed anything, if I added a mod. But I want to clear the buckets first. That way, if I change anything, it won't change what's already there. Because I thought the idea of having pallets, when I saw that, it was like, okay, cool, because we could move those with a forklift or a front loader, either one. But I'll get these buckets moved and we'll check some things out and see what happens. Get up here and then activate the auto load. Man, I don't think I'd really stack those buckets that high, but yeah. Really need to smooth those rocks out too. I need to concrete over that. Yeah, let's move him, cause otherwise he'll be in the way of me backing that truck in. I'm sure I'll find a way to have him in my way. Alrighty. So we'll save right here, and I will be back in a couple minutes. Alright, so I don't know what happened or what changed, but yeah, we're getting buckets now instead of the pallets that I was getting, so that's different. So we will carry on, and it's going to be buckets, so I'll get a flatbed to move things around. That's easy enough. So we'll go back to the time lapse and just keep on hauling dirt. Get that pay dirt to the wash plant, and then we'll start moving things around again once we get full. Well, alrighty. We look like we're getting close to the dark time here, so this will probably be our last load of pay dirt today. This was actually starting to act like it was a little too easy, so I moved my economy over to hard. And we'll see how that goes, if that'll help us so we're not making just millions of dollars on top of millions of dollars. And I'm thinking about checking out the store and getting me a conveyor system for that pay dirt pile up there rather than the loader. We can just pull the truck underneath, load it, go, and we can start moving that dirt a whole lot quicker. Or we can always go to Yukon Backcountry 16X. Have to dig it out of the ground then. Be a little bit harder, a little more involved. Because I know he's looking at making the map fun and all, but it just seems to be running just a little bit quick. All right, these gold bars are going kind of nuts here. See, but I can't grab them. They've got a collision, but I can't grab them, and they're not that heavy. I wonder. Let's turn on super strength just because. Okay, if I turn on super strength, it lets me grab them. Interesting. Yeah, this is just weird here. Oh, all right. Now we unloaded them. Now let's see if we can actually get up here and pick them up. I don't like the way they bounce around. Oh, Lord. Seriously? Why are these things flopping around? Don't get it. All right. We'll figure this out in a second. Okay, so I got a stock pickup here. Well, sort of a base game pickup. And it seems to be working for these gold bars. So we're going to go get these sold. It's gotten dark, as you can tell. So we'll go get these guys sold. And I'm thinking I don't want to mess with the gold bars. I realize they're worth more. But I think I'm going to deactivate the gold bars. Because they are just bouncy, jumpy. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Should I deactivate the gold bars, or should I just go ahead, keep this pickup, and use the pickup to load and there we go. Because the pickup does seem to be working, so there is that. See what happens. Are they not selling? Let's see if we can pick them back up. Yep. See if we can dump them out right on the sell point here. See what happens there. So, all right. So here's my farm. So let's find a sell point. All right, we'll try that wholesale platform right there. All right, let's turn on the help menu. Okay, they're just not selling there. Okay, why does that one not want to get in? Oh, cool. All right. So we sold the gold. Oh, that was a mess. If I do say so myself, that was a mess. But that's the whole deal. We're always learning. We will keep on learning, keep on going until we can get it right. I now have another truck that I don't really want, so we will probably on the next episode figure out what to do with all this we got going on right here. But we are going to come over here. And we are going to deactivate that. We will do just the gold for now. But outside of that, I know it was an interesting episode. I know that I was kind of all over the place. Things were just going crazy. So there was that. But if you liked the episode, go ahead, drop me a like, share it, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see. Tell me what I could do that was different that I missed. I don't know. I'm still learning with this map. But outside of that, everybody, y'all have a good day. Good night. See you later. See you later. Bye.